Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh! You cannot unhear what you just heard. It's pretty cotton picking similar if you think about it. But anyway, this game ain't really big enough, but it is OnRush. So welcome to the OnRush review. It's not the greatest game out there, but, well, people asked for a game like this, and we definitely got it. OnRush, as many a reviewer has said, is kind of like a combination of MotorStorm and Burnout, but in my opinion, it's kind of a washed-down version of both. It's MotorStorm because we're just like, look what I'm doing here. It's off-road in an arcade style, and I'm like going through gates to do stuff, and yeah. And then it's Burnout because big wrecks. 3, 2, 1 smashing, yay. That's cool. The going through challenges and stuff is cool, but literally that's it. There's like 2 different game modes to this. There's this where it's go through the gates to gain the most time, and then there's this all-out brawl mode, which is basically just Burnout takedown mode, road rage, whatever it's called in the individual game, but on dirt with OnRush, meaning that crazy boost that y'all saw that sounds like the big enough guy in the sky, because why not? Seriously, y'all will not unhear that. It sounds exactly like it, really. But anyway, there's not all that much to really say about this game. I mean, it's not bad, but it tries to do so many things, it's hard to really do any one thing good. It has alright damage, but it can't really have it all that good just because there's so many cars there. It's not even really racing, it's more just a big demolition derby, but then there's other challenges where you have to like go through gates and stuff. And really, as y'all saw there, I'll go back a bit, if another team goes through gates first, and they have a power-up to set down those things that you smash that slows the other team down, that other team pretty much automatically wins. Unless you have a shield, which I had a shield, so yeehaw. And also, there's online mode, which is this, and then there's offline mode, which I'll show next. But anyway, I won the online mode, and here's my victory celebration for it. You can do barrel rolls in this game. There are different ways in which you can go off the ramps, and I think all that stuff kind of sort of gains points. So, I mean, it's wild, it's crazy. The game mode that involves going through gates, there is still smashing in it. You can still do that. I kind of just rode around and back and got the team points. As far as I know, like, the MVP and stuff is kills, because that's an actual statistic. But in that game mode, you actually want to go more for points than kills. This game mode, though, is completely kills. Also, there's online and offline. That last mode that I showed was an online match. This is an offline match. And if the AI is anything to go off of for how it is in the demo, it's easy. Like, really easy. This was my very first match against the AI, and I mean, just look at the score right yonder. In this mode, the higher the bar, the better. In the other mode, it goes to a point of which it's lowest, and the first team that hits the bottom loses. So it kind of is higher the better in both, but this one the bar increases, the other mode it decreases. But anyway, as y'all can tell, the AI is kind of a pushover. Like, it was a darn close game online. Offline, I won by like a third. Hopefully it doesn't really stay like that. That may just be the demo, but OnRush looks like an arcadey type game that can be fun for a while, but honestly, to me this game kind of feels like Split Second, because it was fun to play the first time around, but it didn't really have any replayability because you already knew what all the stuff did, so it's kind of just, if you really like Burnout and you really like MotorStorm and you truly do think those two deserve to go together, then I guess this is a good game for you. Because, I mean, there you have it, folks. This is Burnout MotorStorm in one picture there. The arcade off-road racing with the takedowns. But, as y'all can see in this picture as well, I mean, MotorStorm had like the different things where you could go on like water and cool the nitro down, or you could do different routes that have like a motorcycle route or a monster truck route, and then this is kind of all the same thing, and then the only way you really get boosted is by smashing people. And then there's the burnout aspect of it too, where yeah, you can get boosted by smashing people, but I think really about the only two ways to really get boosted, another way is a long jump or stunt jump, when in burnout there's even more ways to do it, like drifting or not just smashing people, but like smashing objects, and it's... I guess it's probably incapable of doing both to the fullest extent, like having a really good thing that could compete with Burnout and compete with MotorStorm, but... I don't know, folks. I mean, I know a whole heck of a heap of people, including me, wanted an arcade-style game, and this is that. It just doesn't really feel like it has a full amount of modes. At least for the demo, all there was the literal 2 that I showed, just going through the gates and then an all-out brawl. That's it. Full game, I don't know. But I also saw where there's the quote-unquote collector's edition at $74.99. I didn't even look at the other one because that was the first one that came up, and then that made me immediately not care. I really don't think this is a full-price game, because games have been doing this sort of thing for 15, 20 years now. I mean, Burnout, as a series, kind of is about 20 years old now. So, it's not bad. It's kind of sort of what we asked for. It's just kind of the bare minimum of what we asked for. This game is made by Codemasters, who makes F1, and they also make Grid. Grid is sort of Simcade. F1 is completely simulation. This is completely arcade. As far as I know, Codemasters has never made a straight-up arcade racing game before. Or at least none that I can think of, so aka none that were good. And well, this may fall into that category. It may be pretty cotton-picking forgettable in about 5 years or so. It may be good on a price drop if it doesn't sell all that good, which it may very well not. We'll see. I feel like this could go a lot of different routes. It could be the arcade game that people are asking for, so they buy it. They may or may not like it, but they may buy it. Or it may flop, because, well, they played the beta. I'm surprised they were confident enough to actually put this beta out for everyone to play, because it's kind of meh. You'll see, though. As of now, I might get it if the price drops to like $20 or something, but if that takes 5 years to do, then I probably won't, because by then there may be an actual new Burnout game, maybe. It's actually kind of looking like that's a possibility. And you know what? Much better arcade game is coming out in about a month and a half. The Crew 2. That's better in all the ways. Like, literally, even sort of kind of does the Burnout thing better, because even though the damage models ain't quite on par, you can jump a whole heck of a heap higher, and I assume you can kind of do takedowns and stuff in planes and boats now. And then it does the MotorStorm thing better, because you can literally do the different route things. Like, you can attempt to take a raid car around a direct route, or you can take a rally car, or rally cross, I think, in a new one, in the dirt part, so you kind of do your own route. So, I mean, yeah, this game is that. It's corny, though, so that's something. If you have a 5-year-old kid somewhere in your life, then maybe this game's for them. Other than that, I don't think there's going to be too much use in it. Just wait for the Crew, folks. That game looks almost flawless other than the online only. Is this game worth a yeehaw, though? It's kind of what we asked for, so yeehaw. Nothing really more special than just a yeehaw, though.